simplify some algebraic fractions. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the calculator keys we're going to be using today. And I keep saying we because, you know, I've got a student in here that's our guest student this time that you're going to have to guess who it is. So our special keys that we're going to use today are our ABC key and our PRB key. And our student will use that one when they do the problems with you together. Okay, so those are two different things, ABC key and the PRB key. All right, let's start with seeing something crazy, more complicated than you're used to seeing. And it's 24x cubed y squared all over 40xy to the fourth power. Wow, that's a lot of work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just block out one thing at a time and just focus on that one thing. So what I've got here is 24/40ths, and I want to simplify that fraction as we learned in the last lesson by taking our 24 ABC 40 and slimming that down right to 3/5. So that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Now you can do that by hand if you want to. You don't have to use your calculator, but it kind of is a nice little thing to double check your answer. Okay, let's take x cubed over y squared. Let's go ahead and extend this fraction, and I'm going to go ahead and list out x, 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 y, y, x, y, 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 y. Yeah, why are we doing all this anyway? It's a lot of work. Okay, you know what, before we really just seal the deal on this one, let's go ahead and fill in the blanks of what I want you to do. Now, any number that's before a letter is called a coefficient. Let's call this our coefficient fraction. So put the coefficient fraction in the calculator. Now that's kind of weird. I don't even know if it's the correct terminology, but we're going to call it our coefficient fraction because it's a number before a letter. And we're going to use our ABC button here. So after we do that, and which we just showed you how to do, we slimmed it down as you can see in my calculator, we'll go to the second step. And the second step is to write out all the variables, which we just did. Variables are letters, and we have x's and y's here. So we listed out, we wrote out all the variables, x, 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 y, y, x, y, 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 y. Number 3, you're going to cross out or cross reduce any matches or twins. Okay, I'm going to say matches that are on top of each other because we know like a 7 divided by 7 is a 1. Did you know an x divided by x is a 1? Well, you just learned it. Number 4, write the simplified fraction that you're going to see. So the simplified fraction, okay, and use mixed numbers if possible. You know what a mixed number is because we just did that in the last lesson last week. Try not to use the decimals when you've got some letters involved. All right, so let's go ahead and finish our example, and then we'll have our student helper come do 3 of them with us together. All right, we slimmed that down to 3/5, and now x divided by x, cross it off, and then I have more x's here but nothing on the bottom, so I can't cross them off. Y divided by y divided by y, we'll take care of that and slim it down. My final answer is 3, and there's 2 x's, so I'm going to go ahead and put x squared all over y squared. Even though it says x squared, y squared, you cannot simplify that any farther because this has nothing to do with that, even though they both have baby 2's involved. That's as far as you can go. All right, are you ready, student helper? Here they come, and we're going to go ahead and do 3 problems together, and then you can figure out who is talking to you today.
Okay. First we are going to do number 1 because that is first. Okay, so we're going to simplify this. So we're going to go negative 56 ABC because it's a fraction. So over 64 equals, negative 7/8. Okay, the second one we're going to focus on these numbers right here first. So 25 over 20. So a good multiple would be 5. So 5, so we're going to take that in our calculator. 25 divided by 20 equals 1.25. So to know how you're going to change that into a fraction, you're going to go second PRB key equals 1 and 1/4. So 1 and 1/4, and now we're going to draw a box because I like boxes, and do 6 W's because W to the 6th power is 6 W's. They're not going to fit. Okay, that box looks bad, but that's alright. Okay, and then 2 W's and cross them out. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 W's left. So W, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then our last one, we're gonna
make sure our W to the 4th is on the top of the fraction.
Okay, and then our next one is 3/6, which is going to be 1/2, and then on the bottom, okay, there's going to be, okay, so there's 2 C's on top and 3 C's on bottom. So those are going to cancel each other out, and there's going to be a C down here, and then there's going to be 2 D's on the top and 3 D's on the bottom. So cancel those out, and you're going to have 1 D, which is going to be on the bottom. So there's your answer. Okay, and number 4, guess, that looks so bad, who I am.
Woohoo!
Amen.
Perfect. Okay, you guys, remember you get an extra point if I see that person's name on the paper. Awesome, good job. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here and make that just be the end of our video. Okay, see ya. Bye.